All right, let's talk about toxins, those tiny, little hidden everywhere, pervasive health destroying little suckers that for us healthy, naturally minded parents become both a source of frustration and exhaustion because let's be honest, once you know, you know. And what am I talking about? Everything from pesticides, preservatives, microplastics, seed oils, heavy metals, and all the various impossible to pronounce, chemicals and toxins that they put in household cleaning products, but they also put in your kids' foods, their soaps, their detergents, makeup, skincare products, and essentially everything we come in contact with. Simply put, we are all living under a higher toxic load than ever before. And it's important that we as parents, we actually learn how it negatively impacts our children's health and their development, and is a major contributor to the explosive growth and chronic illnesses over the last couple of years and last couple of generations. We're going to explore how environmental toxins contribute to your child's total load, impacting their nervous system, their brain, and their overall health. Most importantly, you're going to learn key strategies to help you do two very important things. First, we're going to share how you can help your child hit reset and release the chronic burden of the stress and toxicity that may be contributing, that probably is definitely contributing to their current health challenges. And second, we're going to share some resources and strategies that you can actually use to help families learn to live a more natural, toxin, chemical-free lifestyle. In just the last 5 to 10 years of clinical practice, we've seen this dramatic and incredible shift in the level of awareness and action surrounding toxins and the role they play in our family's health and well-being. If I had brought up things like gluten and dairy-free, heavy metals, pesticides, and processed foods to, 100 patients 10 years ago, maybe 10 of them would have known what the heck I was even talking about. I was there, but now today, I'd say at least 80 to 90% of parents have at least heard about all this stuff going on and how important it is to your child and their health. And I'd estimate between 60 to 80% of our new patient families today, they've already made significant shifts to their food choices, to their diet, and their lifestyle, all in an effort to restore and recover from these chronic health challenges facing their kids and their families, or at least prevent them or hold them off. It's an exciting time to be on the leading edge of natural and holistic healthcare like we are. And the shift towards a much safer, healthier, chemical and toxin-free lifestyle, it's going to pay dividends for families and generations to come. Don't get me wrong. But in the same breath, what if toxins and chemicals aren't the only burden or heavy load that your kids are facing right now? While we certainly know that the toxic load theory is true, it's totally true as can be, and that our kids are exposed to way too many toxins, externally and internally, and these chemicals all the way from fetal development and uteral development in that period, but they're also exposed to way too much of something else, stress. In this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into both the total load theory on that toxins and chemicals can play in the development of chronic health issues in children, but we're also going to break down this thing called the perfect storm theory that shows you how often, before these chemical stressors and toxins even show up and start to wreak havoc, our kids' health and development, it may already been on the wrong track and headed towards a chronic issue. Chronic issues like autism, ADHD, sensory processing disorder, anxiety, seizures, asthma, allergies, and many other significant issues. Put simply, toxins are a big deal, but they're not the whole story. First, I want you to understand this total load theory. Each environmental stressor adds to the overall load of your child's body, and it must be managed. When this load exceeds their capacity to cope, it can lead to a chronic health condition. This helps to explain why we're seeing such a skyrocketing rates of autism. Now 1 in 36 children, affecting over 11% of children in the United States. And asthma, it's 1 in 12 kids. Second, the neurological connection. We have to make this connection. Environmental toxins can disrupt the child's autonomic nervous system. These chemicals often mimic and act like excitatory neurotransmitters. This disruption often leads to a lot of challenges. Overactivation of the fight or flight response is one of them. Suppression of this rest, regulate, and digest mode, that's so important. Impaired detoxification and healing, another factor. Chronic inflammation and stress, they start adding up. So third, the perfect storm effect. Toxic exposure often begins during pregnancy, but so does high exposures to other types of stressors, anxiety and neurological exhaustion. From there, birth interventions can create this physical stress on the nervous system, the pulling, the twisting, the tugging. Then chemical toxins, antibiotics, etc. continue to show up and compound the already existing problem. But they don't necessarily start the problem. So important. This creates a perfect storm that can actually overwhelm your child's developing systems, especially the brain and nervous system. The role of subluxation must be read. You know, environmental toxins can contribute to the nervous system dysfunction, dysregulation, and something called subluxation, on which triggers the sustained stuck on this fight or flight sympathetic mode that often leads to a lot of different challenges. First, it suppresses and shuts down this gut function, gut motility, digestive challenges. It decreases the ability to process and eliminate toxins, which is called detoxing. Disrupted and dysregulated immune system function, all driven by that neurology, which leads us in a pro-inflammatory state 24/7. You know, while these challenges of environmental toxins may seem overwhelming, there is hope. And most importantly, and excitedly, I want to say today, there are all sorts of doctors, providers, and organizations that actually can help you, guide you through this process of reducing the toxic load and exposure to chemicals for your family and for your home, as well as help hit reset and release on all the toxic stress buildup in that nervous system, in that subluxation of your child's brain and body. We call this combo effect, where families not only shift to a far more natural and toxin-free lifestyle, but they also gain access to neurologically focused chiropractic care. It's the best of the outside and inside worlds working together, which then in turn helps majorly activate the body's natural, innate detox and elimination pathways. You know, we find again and again that while we can't go backward and avoid all the toxins and chemical stressors and emotional stressors we know about now, we can absolutely put all sorts of healing modalities and mechanisms into play moving forward, healing forward. And the best news ever is this: our kids are meant to heal. The most common initial response to kids getting adjusted, that neurologically focused adjustment, is better sleep, improved digestion, immune function, less inflammation, better detox and elimination functions, and so much more. You know, if you've already gone through great lengths to eliminate toxins and shift your family lifestyle, but you're still stuck, you still haven't experienced complete and full healing or recovery, then it's likely due to neurologically focused chiropractic care needing to be put into that puzzle. And that's exactly what we do at Trinity Life Center. It's likely the missing link. To learn more about how our specialized form of adjustments can actually help improve the body's ability to heal and adapt, as well as eliminate toxins, simply click on the link in our bio to check out an incredible article that breaks this all down in simple details. You know, we've also provided some links to incredible organizations and resources within that article that actually help your family make the important shift to a toxin and chemical-free lifestyle, releasing all that stress that builds up. You know, if you got any questions, need additional resources, just comment below or DM us. We can't wait to see your family make incredible shift and experience unheard levels of health and happiness moving forward.